All right, we're live. I've been meaning to get another one out this week to make sure that we can talk about this 84 day challenge. It's just been tough with the weather and the fact that everyone's still kind of on holiday, so trying to get people on these lives. But I just got down off a mountain. I just finished a 9 kilometer jungle trek, which is good. And I've been meaning to get to this. So today I've got with me Courage Training Center's strength and conditioning coach, Steve Cobain, who is obviously he's uh, lives and breathes strength and conditioning, loves fitness. He also trains jiu-jitsu and kickboxing with us as well for fun. So welcome, Steve. And how's the year started for you, buddy?
Very, very well. I set a couple of resolutions that I wanted to strike a whole bunch more. I wanted to compete in jiu-jitsu, so I've made some steps towards that. I've been training every day since the first. So killing it.
Now, I love New Year's resolutions, and I can't stand people who are like, even feel the need to put down people for like trying to reset at the beginning of the year, because I just think it's such a clever thing to do to break up your life, your lifestyle, or what it is you're trying to achieve for yourself. Let's call it happiness, balance, whatever the hell it is, into a bunch of goals. So you're not just wishing for stuff. So you can actually like start moving steps towards that. Like, I mean, there's no way I could have handled walking up that jungle track today if I wasn't like constantly living like some kind of health and fitness lifestyle. Because I'm telling you, it was hot and it was tough, and the kids were struggling and everyone was struggling. Uh, but I enjoy that kind of little bit of adventure every now and then, and you're going to miss out on a lot of that stuff if you let yourself go too far. So, what do you think are some of the tips of like helping people get through this first 84-day challenge that we've got?
Specifically with goal setting, I think making it as specific as you can is the goal. A lot of people will set a goal and they'll say, I want to lose weight, but they won't say how much they want to lose, and they won't say how they want to do it, and they won't say when by when. And it's kind of cool that you've done this 84 days, because it kind of sets a time frame for that goal setting and achieving of that goal. I'd probably also say that if someone achieves their goal before they think that they would have, if they achieve it by day 50, then they just stop moving forwards and stop setting goals. And I think it's important to, once you achieve something, keep that momentum and set another goal for yourself.
Yeah, I think that's good. It's like, and like maybe even like setting a window to go, okay, well, if I was to lose a kilo a week, for 84 days, that'd be great. So let's say 12 kilos is the max, but I wouldn't be unhappy with 5 or 6 over the 12 weeks. Like setting that window is real important, and like then we got to balance somehow getting people some quick wins to stay motivated, but also not trying to do too much too soon and being unrealistic about changing your habits, especially for like nutrition or strength training. Like if you've had some time off, like the first thing that's going to happen when you start strength training is you're going to get a ridiculous amount of DOMs if you overtrain. So that's going to push you back. If you've been like eating chocolate and all the good stuff over Christmas and you just change to eating like just salad and tuna, that ain't going to last either. So what are some of the recommendations that you would make to people who want to they want to get fit, look good, and up their level of training? What are the first steps that they should take?
I would say pick something you enjoy. Pick a method of exercise that you enjoy. At the end of the day, it's all movement. You're just putting your body through something, through a stressor, and it's going to adapt. Obviously, whether strength or body transformation is your goal, you can achieve all of those things regardless of the type of training that you're choosing. So obviously, if you really, really enjoy boxing, why would you spend all of your time swimming or cycling when you could be achieving, let's say, weight loss, if that is your goal? I definitely think the mode of engagement is Um, definitely pairing exercise and diet together, like training and diet is super important. You can't have one without the other. Like, it's that age old thing without a bad diet, which is quite true. And you don't realize how good you feel until you're eating the correct foods and the correct amounts for your goal. If you want to lose weight, you have to be in a deficit. You have to be eating less than you're burning. And then you have to be eating more than your BMI if you want to lose gaining weight. So that's super important to be pairing up the exercise with the diet.
Yeah, look, knowing those numbers is super important, right? Like, first of all, we need to know the numbers, but I'm kind of like, I'm torn between know the numbers, learn to count the calories, but don't count them all the time, because it can kind of get a little bit obsessive, and you can actually get away with eating a lot of the foods if they're the right foods. So, for instance, one of the hacks I always do when I want to lose weight, I try and keep like beef jerky in the house and lots of steak and lots of protein sources that are ready cooked, because like if I'm starving, I'm like, well, if I'm going to eat something, it may as well just be like protein, something that's going to be good for my strength and my body and my recovery as well, because you can get silly. Like, it's not just as simple as calories in, calories out. You need good, high quality food. And if you do that, you can actually get away with eating a lot of food. Like 2,000 calories of really healthy food is actually quite a lot of food.
Absolutely, yeah. And the point about protein you made, reaching for protein first, there's so many instances where people are hungry and they don't realize it's the fact their body's craving protein. They're actually under eating protein. Obviously, the first thing you reach for if you're not super keen into your nutrients is something sugary, and that never will keep you satiated. Like, you can eat a whole bag of lollies or drink 2 cans of Coke and you'll still be hungry. Whereas if you eat some jerky or a piece of fish or something, or a tin of tuna, I mean, that blunts that hunger drive straight away. So focusing on protein is definitely good.
Yeah. So, and as far as keeping it fun is concerned, that means like the workout too, right? Like, I mean, I'm all for everybody training hard, but every minute of the workout doesn't need to be burpees. You don't need to be like racing everybody next to you to get the most burpees. And especially if you're training for general fitness or to lose weight. If you're training for competitive sports, maybe some part of your workout, maybe 15 minutes of it, or the same amount of the length of your fight. Let's say if it was, like amateur Thai boxing, like 9 minutes of competitive exercise, or high intensity exercise per hour of exercise would be fine. You don't actually have to do like every second, like insane intensity, like you need to do a little bit a lot, and you need to regularly do hard work, but it doesn't need to be like crazy insane for every second.
That's right.
What's your advice to athletes out there who might be like coming off a big Christmas and a whole heap of like downtime in training? How should they be making sure that they jump back on the mats early this year?
I'm a big fan of starting off with like high volume training. If you're coming off a period of eating a whole bunch of food, all those extra calories can be put to use with a whole bunch of high volume, and moderate to low load, like nothing super crazy high in terms of the amount of weight on the bar. Even intensity with cardio, you can start off with low intensity cardio, going for your longer runs, longer swims, longer rides, and even in training, you can kind of pull back the intensity a little bit and focus on building everything up. And then, after you've gotten through that phase, maybe that's a 4 to 6 week phase of that kind of high volume, then you can start moving into something where your load increases, where the intensity increases. And maybe by that point, you're thinking about bringing your calories down or bringing your meal serving sizes down because you're trying to hit some other types of goals. But I definitely think it's like a sponge. Like, your body will just soak up all these extra calories and sometimes hold on to this body fat. So that extra high volume training, especially with resistance training, can kind of really offset that and benefit.
Yeah, awesome. Now, I have one other question for you that I think might be really useful for people. How could someone get some quick wins, not only for trimming off some of the Christmas fat that we all like to put on, but how can they get some quick wins in the fitness arena as well?
I would just say I've seen it on Facebook a few times. I think you've said it. I think Anton from WMA said it. Just being 1% better every day is a really good mind frame to have, and that can be in any arena. But in terms of fitness and in terms of body composition and feeling better, just choosing a single thing. Let's just say with your eating, you're consuming a lot of empty calories in the form of sugary drinks. You could just say, okay, today I didn't have any Coca-Cola, and that can be a quick win. And that can, again, have a snowball effect. You're going to start feeling better straight away when you start achieving these little things. These little things build up into medium-sized things, into huge things. That's generally what I do. Just focus on one small thing each day. And again, 1% better. 1% better at the end of the year. Every day it's 300% plus.
Yeah, magic. All right, I'm going to give people 2 things before we go today. Cut out the refined sugar and alcohol. Easy. 4 weeks off the refined sugar and alcohol, and you're going to be walking around lighter straight up. Number 2, if you want to get good at being fitter and stronger this year, set a baseline. You need to either A, go for a run, or hop down and see how many push-ups you can go without giving up. Real strict push-ups too. And then at the end of the 4 weeks, retest yourself again. And I imagine if you do like a little bit of running each day and a few push-ups each day, then at the end of the 4 weeks, you're guaranteed to be a little bit better, but you can't track what you don't measure. Okay. So it doesn't matter what you're doing in life. If you're not going to measure it at all, you're not going to be able to get those quick wins for yourself.
Absolutely. And I mean, we've got a couple of free programs. We've got a free push-up program, like we've got the road to 50 push-ups, the road to 100 push-ups unbroken. And we've got a couple of running programs if you want to get better at running. So if anybody's watching and they're interested in those programs, we'll give them out for free and get you rolling in the new year.
Yeah, absolutely. So just drop us a message on this if you guys are like keen to get our push-up program or one of our running programs, and we'll just drop a little picture message on here, and we'll give it out to you for free, so we can help you get going no matter what location you're in. Thanks for your time, Steve. I really appreciate you jumping on here. I hope everybody's setting some goals and ready to. What's the best way to cook rice? Just cook the freaking rice, Katie.
I cooked a whole bunch of rice with this weird method that my brother showed me, and I was eating it at the center. It was horrible and gluggy, and she was just like, "What is that?" And yeah, she's just bringing up.
I like it. She's pulling the piss out of you. All right. Yep, all right. Bye. Obviously, next Christmas, Steve needs a rice cooker for Christmas.
Yeah, I do. I need that.
Awesome. Thanks, Steve. Look forward to catching up with you next week when I get back. See you, brother.
Look forward to it. See you, my man.